Welcome back. I'm Tyler, you're watching Scarfing Scarves, and welcome to the second edition of the Snaps series, this time Gothic Lolita Bible snaps that spark salt. The following snaps are from roughly 2005 to 2009. I found them originally on Ruffle Chat, and after a decent amount of time trying to pick which ones I would react to so that we weren't here all day, the following are what I have come up with. So let's get started, because I don't have an official intro for this. So here we go. First one right out the gate. So welcome to my encampment of blood. I know she's got a little strawberry in the corner, but like this is the first thing I see. There's red everywhere. The little red curtains are doing it no favors. This is where you take the bodies and then you just paint the curtains to cover up the evidence. I don't know where that's going or how much time that would take. I feel like it's far more efficient just to get some red food coloring, but this lady's murdered some people, okay? I don't know what's in her hands. Is that a cat? That is a cat desperately trying to escape. That is what's happening there. I thought it was a bear or like a bunny or a doll. No, that is a cat with a jester bell collar. Do you know how sensitive cats' ears are? I know, all right, this is off topic, but okay. There are people who put bells on their cats, and I know why. It's so they don't eat the fracking birds or because they think it's cute, whatever. Imagine going your entire life with ring-a-ding-ding-ding in your ear. You would go insane. You think your cat's knocking over shit just because that's what cats do? No, cat's knocking over shit because he hates you. Like, okay, maybe not. Cats will knock over shit anyway because they're dicks. I don't know how we got here, but I love my cat. But I didn't put a fucking bell on her because I'm not a sadist, all right? I'm gonna get some mean comments about that. Like, I'm not being mean to my cat. I'm not telling you you're an animal abuser. I'm telling you your animal dreams of abusing you. We're gonna move on before this channel gets tanked with cat hatred. Next image. You know, there are better ways to put together an aesthetic than rolling around in the Halloween section of a Dollar General. Like, this is what this says to me. I'm just seeing like spidery lace, weird layers. She's got fracking leg warmers. I'm sorry. They give you like horse cankles. Like if horses could have cankles. This is what those leg warmers are doing right now. I'm seeing horse cankles. This would never wash. You'd never be able to wash this. This material is so flimsy. You couldn't put it in any kind of water. It would disintegrate because again, it is made out of Halloween decor. It's just confusing. I can't with this right now. Like the horse cankles are just confusing. And they have are they bats? Or are they butterflies? Those are she's got butterfly horse cankles on with like bats and other Halloween things next to her. There is no cohesive theme. This outfit is made of nonsense, and I am prepared to move on at this point. Secretary by day, streetwalker by night. It's very efficient. You can do both your jobs. You know, it's great. It's great. I mean, her hair says wind tunnel. That's good. Maybe she works in the Windy City, so she's a Chicago hooker. All right, good. Good to know. All right, we know who she is as a person. We know she has terrible taste in shoes. I can't believe I just called this woman a hooker just by her outfits. But seriously, what is happening? Why can't I see your bra straps? That's another thing I want to know. I don't know why that bothers me out of everything else we're seeing here. I mean, she's got cloven hooves for shoes. I know there's not a little part in the middle, okay, but these look like hooves. Anytime I see platform shoes with that many straps, I think hooves. And this outfit is working for the devil, okay? So cloven hooves are close enough. That hair is working for the devil. 3 Hail Mary Magdalens and I'll forgive you. Next one. Can we go back? Oh, God. What? Why? It says gorgeous Gothic Lolita at the top. No! The only thing redeemable about this image is that little picture right there giving those hooker hiking boots the side eye. What even is that as a shoe? Did you just decide that you needed like 6 inches of nonsense to walk around in? Like that dress wasn't ridiculous enough. No. We have to walk around on stilts today. I don't understand it. It makes your feet look huge. I mean, I know we already went with like the horse cankles. Like this is apparently what they did with the horse hoof. Like now we know what happened with that one. They made a shoe out of it. That's where they went with it. They made horse hoof shoes because they use all the parts of the animal. It's actually very, you know, it's actually very green. It's very green. That's what this company is saying with this shoe, that we're green and we support the planet with this. Sweet Jesus, where do you even start? I mean, We got wrinkles out the wazoo. I believe that is some kind of frightening gingham. No, it's not gingham. It's like plaid. It's worse than gingham. It's plaid. Sweet Jesus. Goth hooker hiking boots with a plaid wrinkle magnet. That's what we're looking at today. Sweet Christ. Oh, she's got the gloves. She's got the gloves. This dress looks like it was made out of a lace suggestion. This fabric would wrinkle if you even looked in its direction. There will be no washing this. There is no way you can wash away the shame of wearing this. I would like to move on because I'm in pain. Next image. Oh, this one's cute. I don't know why I put this one in here. Like, she's cute. Her pose is cute, okay, but those socks look like they're dripping either icing or blood interchangeably. So wherever her victim is, she was like knee deep in their fluids. Why did I say that? I don't have anything to say to her. She looks like she's going to a school for the poorly dressed, okay? Like, I'm confused by the socks. She has like 50 different pinks and red to tie it together, which is a red mark against this entire fracking outfit. I need to move on before I lose my shit about the tiny little hat on her head. Lady, I hope you graduate because that school's got you looking funky. Next, the boho hobo. Great. You know what I want to do when I put on an outfit? I want to look like I have cleft feet and a giant butt, because we have the bustle poof, the wedge sandals. Oh God, is that one of those like lace umbrellas? I forgot. This is Victorian maiden? Are you fracking kidding me? Nuh-uh, this is the Victorian trollop, okay? Nuh-uh. She's wearing her corset out with nothing over it and some kind of weird little wrap skirt that adds a bump to her butt. What even? No, 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 no. All right. That fracking umbrella, I can't remember what they're called. They have a name. They're made of like lace and they usually have a little wooden stick. Never look good. Ever. That is, all right, that's a law, okay? That is set into stone by someone very reputable and trustworthy. But it's a law. It's definitely not just my opinion. Don't use those fracking umbrellas. I mean, I'm gonna get comments like, these umbrellas are great, stop being an elitist, but they're terrible. They always look terrible. And just because Victorian maiden did it doesn't mean it's right. They almost went out of business, okay? Sweet Jesus, let's move on before you think about that one. This next one is from stigmata, which means I believe the holes in Christ's hands, which is a lovely image to conjure up for a fashion label. And the designer apparently had a hole in their brain because they decided this was a functioning outfit, instead of an amalgamation of different scraps of fabric fired at them with the speed of a fracking machine gun. It's like they just piled fabric into some kind of, not cannon necessarily, because that's more accurate. It's too accurate. A catapult. They piled a bunch of fabric into a catapult and just let her rip. And then whatever landed on this poor model is what they went with. There is no cohesive nature to this outfit. It's just like I fell into a Joann's fabric bin, which was a time portal back into medieval times, and they catapulted fabric at me to get me to go away, and it worked. I don't know why we went there. I don't know what kind of story that is. I'm sure it's already been done by 50 directors by now because Hollywood is bankrupt and they thrive on nostalgia and have no new ideas. That's just commentary on the movie industry. And this is what happened. They fell into Joann's fabric and, you know, they never recovered. That's all I've got to say about that. I'm not going to even touch those boots because I'm horrible gothic trash and I wear boots like that, so fight me. Next image. Ah yes, and our final image for the evening. Sir, put your thigh away, and that's not how a belt works. Apparently he's afraid of his shirt falling off horizontally. Usually shirts fall to the floor. He appears to just be like, chilling. He's just chilling in an attic with a blue chair that has come out of nowhere, that is attached to no kind of table, and he's got a belt on his shirt. That's what he's doing today. You know what? You know what explains this? This attic that we're seeing right now, this actually isn't a model ad. They've framed it as a model ad to cover up their tracks, but what they've done is they've taken a baby and they've imprisoned it in an attic, okay? They've imprisoned the baby in the attic and raised it entirely without social contact, like no news media, no like parents, no one to learn from, okay? So they've taken this attic baby and they've watched him grow as an experiment, okay? And they started giving him pieces of clothing just to see how he would put them on. I mean, this is a long-term experience, okay? So they gave him pieces of clothing and he put them on his body, but never having seen how the clothing was used, he put a fucking belt on his chest. Because that's what you do when you're an attic baby and you've been alone your entire life. You put a belt on your chest, okay? So I understand that now. And then they gave him some pants, right? Because before his like thingling was dingling and around. And that they figured, you know, eventually, oh, this is getting kind of weird, he's getting older, I really don't need to see his dick every morning, okay? I'm a scientist. So they gave him some pants and he put them on, but then he decided that only his like left leg was hot. So he ripped out a piece of that, right? To ventilate his leg, which was brilliant, except for he'd ruined his pants. Not that he would know, because he is a attic baby hostage science experiment from some unknown place. I presume Japan, because they're weird enough to pull this shit. And now he just has a hole in his pants, and that's his life now. Also, they gave him a chair to sit in, but he doesn't sit in it because he's never seen anyone sit in a chair. He just leans on it and stares at the tiny camera that they've implanted in the wall to watch him every morning. And that is the story of Attic Baby. And I believe it. And I'm sure it's for a good purpose. And we'll find out like 50 years later that it like cured cancer, but not like belt placement. Horrible failure on that. I mean, millions of dollars trying to improve the placement of belts in like Levi jeans. Awful, waste of time, but cured cancer, so it's fine. And I think that about wraps up what we've just done here. I'm sure half of you are horribly confused, so for whoever's left, that's all the time we have for tonight. Thank you for watching this second installment of the Snap series. Probably gonna make more unless you file petitions to stop me, and even then I might burn them in front of you. You should know that this show is sponsored in part by BB&B. They are my favorite jewelry brand in the entire world, and I will continue to buy their jewelry until I am bankrupt. Link to their shop below, and to wrap things up with a big fracking bow, I'd like to thank my patrons for continuing to support this show as we grow our episode content, start to release 2 videos a week for patrons a week before the public gets them. And should you like to join their number, you can head over to patreon.com/lastweeklolitanews for more content, behind the scenes snaps, and listening to me rattle on about things that you otherwise wouldn't hear about, for better or worse. It's not exactly a good promotion, but it's the Wild West out there right now, and we are building a community from the ground up. So thanks again, guys, and I'll catch you next time.